Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Dear Monster. Where last time we began Hikmat's route. Alrighty, let's continue on. I'm excited. I poke around the library. I stop for a moment at the glowing crystal ball, but it seems different from the one in my room. Fancier, without buttons. As much as I want to check out every single book, I don't understand most of them. Some are written in foreign languages, and none of them are in Spanish, so my poor knowledge in that area is useless anyway. Oh, so he knows some Spanish, some Espanol. Excellent. For now, the most promising find is a handwritten journal with what looks like poetry. Could it be Grandpa's? I take it and go back to my room. Alright, should be skippable stuff now. Stuff we've seen before. Let's see. Ah! This is the interaction with Hikmat, which we've seen before, which is really funny and cute. I mean, we could see it again if we want to, now that we're on Hikmat's route. It's about the cactus. Hello again, human. It is not easy to venture into the unknown, especially when, at least at the moment, you cannot return. And while I can't say I remember how it feels, I understand the concept. Therefore, I thought about the most appropriate way to welcome you. Thanks. It's pretty. Smells good too. This is not a two-way communication method. I cannot hear you. Which we're like, yeah, sure. But you responded. Anyway, try not to kill your cactus. I've wasted too much time on this encounter already. I need to get back to work. Maybe you can come over and show me how to properly take care of that flower. What? Just use your technological glowing box. I don't have time for that. Ha! You can hear me. Caught you red-handed. That was a mistake. Hikmat? Hello? The line goes silent. I guess this is the end of that weird flower call. He's so cute. I love that interaction. He's super adorable. Cringe. You're so cringe, Hikmat. I feel the corners of my mouth lifting. Hikmat may act like he doesn't care, but now I know better. Alright, so this should all be skippable. We can ignore Momo or whatever. Alright, so we're making our choice already. Woo! So we've already seen the gentle light, which, stupid Farron. We've seen the scorching fire. Now it is time for ancient wisdom and purpose to guide me. My vision blurs, but in my mind, I get a sudden sense of clarity. There is someone waiting for me. I feel him now. A second ago, I was drowning, untethered, terrified of what the future might bring. Now he's there, still as a statue, solid as stone. No matter what my path will bring, he will always be there. It's as if strong hands pull me from quicksand, then plant me firmly on the ground. I inhale, finally able to fill my lungs with air. I go outside the mansion. The moon is shining brightly tonight. A cold breeze makes me tremble as I get closer to the greenhouse. Pretty. Love it. Love it. It is surprisingly warm in here. I wonder if that's because of magic or some simple heating system. Hikmat's plants are scary at night. There are too many shadows. Too many places where someone or something could be lurking. Then suddenly I see thin, delicate tendrils of green light appear all around the big tree. He's looking at me, his arms braced on the wooden table not so far away from his bed. His jewelry shines with reflected light, illuminating his dark skin. What's fascinating, if you think about it, all of them, the same night, in alternate because this is like alternate universes, all of them were waiting for him, right? All of them were waiting for Alan on that night, waiting to see if he picked them, because they all felt it, right? And they were all like having probably different or mixed emotions, like both probably wanting him to pick them, maybe not wanting him to pick them. It's fascinating and kind of sad to think about that. Can't help but to feel a little bad for some of them, right? Especially like the ones who really wanted him. Like, I guess Farron for sure, because we know he wanted it the most. I think Empress, it was not an emotional thing for Empress, of course. He more was like thinking of the pros of it. He was like, yeah, I'm gonna get powerful because of it. I'm gonna get all the benefits. I'm just gonna have a little puppet that a little toy to play with or whatever. Someone to control. And we don't know yet how the others felt. He's looking at me, his arms braced on the wooden table, not so far away from his bed. His jewelry shines with reflected light, illuminating his dark skin. I feel the warmth on my cheeks spreading fast to my crotch. So, it came to that. Do I really want to... Never mind. Good evening. See, that's what I was saying. Hikmat is reluctant. And that's kind of, it makes sense though, right? Because of his history. He already had bonded with someone in the past. So, if he's already been through this before, and he's already loved and lost before, then it makes perfect sense why he might be reluctant to go through this again. We just don't know yet the story of what happened in detail. He doesn't have messy hair or anything else you'd expect from someone awakened in the middle of the night. Was he working? Does he sleep at all? If not, then why does he own a bed? Oh, maybe just for occasions like this one. Answering a greeting is a universal sign of goodwill. All I can think about now are those gorgeous lips and how they would look sucking my dick. Oh, wow. I want him. No. I need to calm down. Why is he so damn perfect? Yes. Sorry. Hello. You're beautiful, I suppose there's a certain symmetry of features and strength of build one can appreciate. But you yourself also possess those. Wait, did you just tell me I'm hot? He's like, this child. Why is he like this? Sit down, please. He points at the chair next to him. We both take our seats on the opposite sides of the table. I notice several sheets of paper and an old ornate pen waiting for us. Hikmat, you know why I'm here. You feel it too. You must feel it. The chair is way too tall for this type of table. Poor Alan, he's like, I came here for, sexy times and you're wanting me to sit down and talk things through and go over like paperwork, like bruh. He's like, no, Alan, no. Before we debase ourselves, we must go through this like civilized men. Love it. My dick started to demand attention the moment I saw Hikmat, and now it's poking the wooden plank. Would he notice if I rubbed myself a little? The familiar call. Yes, unfortunately. My heart stops. Unfortunately? You don't want me? That's not the issue. I thought about it, and it's mutually beneficial. I would have to reschedule some tasks, but I can manage that. I breathe a sigh of relief, then get back on track with rubbing my dick. Alan, please. Nevertheless, I am displeased to make a decision dictated chiefly by lust. Lust that is, to tell the truth, stronger than I anticipated when I first laid eyes on you. Go on. My body has its needs, and I have to fulfill them every now and then, of course, but it's more force of habit than desire, and it's a good fertilizer. Interesting. Does he notice my small movements? It's getting really hard to focus on this conversation, dude. Why have I never tried doing this against a table? What if I take one hand off the table? It wouldn't be weird, right? Like, oh, Alan's really struggling here. However, with you next to me, I'm afraid my contained virility will blossom whether I want it or not. You must admit it can be quite problematic. Yes, right. Words. I can speak words, yes. I stare into his eyes as my hand works on you-know-who down there under the table. I love this, so funny. Would it be so bad, though? You don't have to convince me, I've already decided. Here you have 2 copies of the contract I prepared. One for you and one for me. You should read it, check if you agree on the terms, and then sign here, here, and here. A contract? I thought it would be more... more magical? I'm used to doing things my own way. This is for our safety and protection. Please read. Oh, okay then. Alan doesn't even read, doesn't even glimpse at it, does he? I take the pen and sign the papers. You should read... never mind. A part of me fades away, and something different comes in its place. Quiet and serene, beckoning like water in the middle of the desert. I drink from it, let it engulf me. I feel the power rushing inside. Dude, you don't have no idea what you just agreed to. His analytical mind entwines with my own. His hand joins mine under the table. Hikmat, what are you doing? Didn't you want that from the moment you sat here? If you had read the contract, you'd know we are obliged to help each other in great need. Does it count? No, not really, but I think our less significant needs are not to be ignored. At least not now. He stands up, and I see something hard and juicy straining the fabric of his silk robe. He goes around the table and stops before me. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Before I can do anything, he bends down and kisses me. It's slow at first, but soon our mouths press harder, our tongues probing. He tastes like a sweet, cold orange juice in the middle of a summer day. That was a pleasant encounter. Alright, so quick summary. All you really need to know is that Alan topped. Yay! And it was very heated and very sexy. Yeah, it was great. So yeah, good for y'all. Good for y'all. And that Hikmat is, despite how cold and aloof and clinical he may seem, he's very passionate when it comes to that stuff. So yeah, good for you boys. Good for you. I can only laugh at that. He lays on the bed and doesn't protest when I bunk next to him. I wrap my arms around him and I know it's been a long time since anyone touched him this way. I fall asleep listening to his calm, even breaths. Aww. Oh, how did you end up there? Wow, what a transition. I wake up and for a moment I freeze, not knowing where I am. Wait, is this my bedroom? Does this mean last night was just a dream? No, it happened. Oh, he brought you here, yeah. Okay, so this is the same scene we always see. Okay, got back to where I needed to get back to. Whoops. Alrighty. Why can't I move? My whole body's covered by something. Why can't I open my eyes? I struggle to free myself from the thing around me. The sensation of being put into concrete lasts only a second, and then the mass crumbles, leaving me fighting against something that resembles soil. Soon I emerge out of a huge pot filled with gray, lumpy dirt. I'm completely naked. I stagger outside and stare around Hikmat's greenhouse. Finally, you are awake. Come closer. We have a lot of work to do. Hikmat? What happened? The last thing I remember was us together. And then darkness, cold, and my body being ripped apart. Did I die? What an absurd thing to ask. Don't you feel how blood rushes through your veins? How your lungs hungrily gasp for air they have been denied for the last couple of hours? How your muscles are stiff from long immobility? I wasn't breathing for hours? How did I survive that? Why did you bury me? He sighs. There is really no point in panicking right now. Yes, you weren't breathing, but your cells got their oxygen through the microscopic roots that live in the flower pot you were resting in. I buried you to save your life, and you survived that because I knew what I was doing. But why? Did somebody attack me? And where are my clothes? He closes his eyes as if having to explain things made him very tired. Dude, what the frick? There. He points to a pile of neatly folded clothes on a chair. I quickly put them on. A couple of hours ago, you started to emit massive amounts of energy, causing you great pain and damage to your surroundings. The mansion was in danger of collapsing. You were unresponsive, reacting only to the pain you were supposedly inflicting on yourself. Burying you in parasitic soil was a logical answer, as it would not only keep you alive but also suck the energy you clearly didn't know how to dispose of yourself. But don't interrupt me. My theory is that you kept all of your unused magic inside, behind a mental wall. It might be due to some unresolved psychological issues. Last night, when you connected with the familiar, your power grew beyond what you could keep inside. This inner conflict resulted in the magic ripping away from your body and soul, while you subconsciously didn't want to let it go. Any questions? Yes, a lot. We have limited time. Ask the most pressing one. The rest can wait. Uh, alright. I mean, honestly, normally you'd say this one, but because of the route we're on, right? If you say the middle one, that's the one where you're like the freaked out person. If you say the bottom one, that's the scientific one. So the one where you want him to be more empathetic, because you see how he's acting, right? He's actually being kind of a dick right now. I know he's probably tired. I know he's a little stressed because of whatever we put him through. But as your partner, he really needs to be a little more empathetic right now, and he's not being empathetic. You just went through a terrifying ordeal, and the first thing you're doing is kind of being blasé about it rather than saying, hey, it's okay. I've got you. It's alright. You're gonna be fine. I know it was scary. You know, you're not being like that. You're being annoyed. You're being like standoffish and all of that. So, do you even care about how I feel? I've never been in so much pain in my entire life, and you're acting like it's nothing. No, it's even worse. It annoys you. I didn't even know magic even existed 2 days ago. And now it turns out I not only have it, but it wants to kill me. So yeah, I'm sorry for disrupting your schedule, but my world got turned upside down. And I thought we bonded. Doesn't it mean anything to you? No. I mean, no, Alan, I know you're a nice guy, and you kind of feel guilty because he did save your life, so of course you're going to feel guilty about it. But you have every right to kind of ask him to be nicer in that moment after what you went through. It's like, can't you please be a little nicer to me, please? I regret the words as soon as they leave my mouth. I don't have the right to demand anything from Hikmat. From anyone. Not after what I did. Hikmat blinks at me. He doesn't seem to understand what I mean. It's like it never even occurred to him to treat me differently now. He drops his gaze for a moment. His eyes become distant, like he was trying to remember something. His expression. Is there a hint of guilt? It's gone so quickly, I'm not sure I even saw it right. It's good to tell me those things. I haven't connected with anyone for a long time. I can't recall how it feels. Of course you have your own thoughts about this, about what you went through. I will try to be more attuned to your needs, but it won't be easy for me. You need to speak up again when necessary. Okay. Deal. See, he's not a heartless bastard or anything. He's just ignorant, you know, because he shut off his emotions for so long. And it's not like he's not willing to try. And that's what I love about him. It's like he's like, no, go ahead, you know, call me out. Tell me when you need something. And I am willing to try. I'm willing to change. And that's what I love so, so much. Someone who's willing to change. Someone who's not, you know, stuck in the mud, stubborn about, like, no, I'm happy being the way I am. Don't make me change. Ah, Hikmat, I love you. Now I need you to drink this potion I prepared. He hands me a glass flask. What is it? The potion I need you... Hikmat. Communication, buddy. Come on. We just talked. He asked you a question. Can't you just explain it? The potion I need you to drink, obviously. Right back to his old self already, but at least he admitted he needs to work on things. No, I mean, what is this potion? Some kind of medicine? How do you treat a condition like mine anyway? I do not intend to treat you, mostly because I don't think there's anything wrong with your body. Of course, something interesting is going on in your mind, so I must examine and understand it, not destroy it. After all, it's a part of who you are. What do you mean, a part of who I am? Even if you're right, I've never cast a single spell before coming here. Maybe I have some magic genes, but shaking the whole mansion? I could never be that strong. Maybe it has something to do with you being my familiar? I mean, you seem powerful. Didn't I get some kind of a boost from you? Well, there is a way to find out. He looks pointedly at the flask in my hand. Should I drink this? What if it hurts me? No, Hikmat wouldn't hurt me, would he? Am I just an exciting science experiment for him? Not that he's all that excited. Actually, he seems bored. Maybe he's doing it because he just wants to help me? What about Grandpa, though? After you finish your test, shouldn't we look for him? Theodore is an experienced wizard with hundreds of years in the field. I'm sure he can take care of himself. Besides, Momo, Farron, and I have already looked for him. I don't see how your presence could help. Maybe it could. Yesterday I found... what was I about to say? Did I find something, or was this just a dream? I found something. Why can't I remember? If you're talking about Theodore's poetry book, I must disappoint you. There's no useful information there, it's just a hobby. He's insecure about it, though, so he imbued it with dozens of protective spells. Anyone who touches the journal instantly forgets about its existence. That's weird. We didn't forget about it in other routes, did we? This is the first time I'm remembering him forgetting about it so clearly right after? That's weird. Please, in the comments, did Alan forget about it last time? I literally don't remember this happening. Because Embers and him clearly remembered it before. That's weird. This is a completely new storyline, right? So how do you remember? Huh. He looks me straight in the eye, and I sense a massive, impenetrable wall of power around him. The air shimmers and crackles with energy. I feel my heart speed up, and I fight the urge to kiss him. Everything is so insignificant to him. He's an ancient spirit stuck in eternal flesh, and yet I can't help but feel drawn to him. He sighs and looks away. I snap out of it. What are you, Hikmat? Such a basic incantation won't work on me. Why? It simply won't. I do not wish to discuss this matter further. Okay, Frodo. Sorry. Okay, fine. Keep your secrets. If you won't help me find Grandpa, can we at least try to lift the barrier? This is supposed to be a day-long trip. My aunt, she'll be furious if she finds out. I have to go back to med school. Go to the admissions office and beg them not to expel me. The barrier doesn't concern me much, but I could find time in my schedule if it's important to you. Yeah, that would be great. Please do find time in your extremely busy schedule. I would really appreciate it. Your words do not match your expression. Sarcasm. Love it. Alright, actually, I have to end the episode here, and I really don't know what time we're at, because I have to do editing with the sexing and all that, so... Anyway, let's end this episode right here. So, thank you guys so much for watching, I hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye!